Guys, and welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to be doing part 2 on what if Deku was Toge. First of all, thanks for all the love that I've been getting on the first part. I'm glad you guys really seem to enjoy it, but after further ado, cue the intro.
Hey yo, y'all can't stand right here. In his right hand was your man's worst nightmare. Loud enough to burst his right eardrum close range. The game is not only dangerous, but it's most strange. I sell rhymes like dimes. The one who mostly keep cash but brag about the broker time. Joker rhymes like the is you just happy to see me trick. Classical slapstick rappers need chapstick. A lot of them sound like they're in a talent show, so I give them something to remember like the Alamo. Tally ho, a hot joker like Space Game. Came back from 5 years lane and stayed the same sand. Electromagnetic field, it blocks all logic. Spock and G-Shock's a biological clock. When I hit it, slid it to the shitter, thought I killed a goose. Her power use was pure brittle water filter juice. Keep a pen like a fiend, keep a pipe with him.
Alright, so where we left off in the last part was Deku and his mother, Inko Midoriya, going to the quirk doctors, and the quirk doctor, Dr. Ushiko, just told Deku that he needs to watch what he says, and he got to pick which chart he wanted for what he was going to say, and he chose the one where he can only say limited words. So we're going to skip 30 minutes until when Izuku and Inko get back to their home. Hashi Midoriya is waiting for them with a cake saying, "I'm so proud of you, son," written on it. Hashi had this plan ever since he found out that Deku had a quirk. He was proud because his son could really be a cool hero with the quirk that he told him, and if it was really true, that would be the happiest moment of his life, other than the day where he married his lovely wife, Inko Midoriya. So we see Izuku walking into the home. "Dad, I'm home." "Oh, hi, Izuku. How was the quirk doctor? What did he say? What's your quirk?" "You have to ask Mom." "Wait, what do you mean you have to ask Mom?" "You have to ask Mom," he says. His Inko comes in the house and says, "Hi, honey." Hi, honey. What's wrong with Izuku? He seems like he's not really in the mood to talk." "Well, that's not it at all. His quirk has a lot to do with his voice, and his words are really powerful. So if he told a person to die, if they didn't have a strong will to fight and live on, they would die. So the doctor told us that we had to pick a chart, and now he can only say a few words, about 5 to 6. He broke the rules right now to tell you that you have to ask Mom. But yeah, he can only say yes, no, yes ma'am, no ma'am, things like that. You understand?" "Oh, I see." "And apparently he has a side effect for his voice. If he uses it too much, then his vocal cords will start to hurt. But the doctor gave us medicine for it. But it won't usually happen unless he repeatedly uses very strong words." "Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, let me see. How can I say this in the fewest amount of words?" says Izuku in his head. "What's that?" says Izuku as he points to the cake. "Well, it's a cake for you. I was really happy when I heard that that you got a quirk, and I really wanted to get something special for you. I knew this is your favorite flavor. You really like the red velvet cakes, right?" As Izuku's just nodding, as we can see the twinkle going off in his eyes, with Inko smiling and said, "You didn't have to do that, hon." With Hayashi saying, "Yes, I did. I wasn't really treated well by my parents. I was raised, I had to be the best. And when they found out that my quirk had a similar backlash to Izuku's, actually, it burns my throat whenever I use it more than 2 times. So they found out that I wouldn't really be a hero. After that, after we came from the quirk doctor, my parents grew indifferent of me. So I'm trying to be different than my parents. I'm trying to shower Izuku with as much love as I can without trying to completely spoil him, with Hayashi saying that as he rubs the back of his head. With Inko saying, I just love you sometimes. What do you mean sometimes? You don't love me all the time? Well, it's time to go to see what Izuku thinks of his cake. Wait, you didn't finish, you didn't even answer my question. We skip 4 years into the future. It's Izuku's 5th year and 4th or 5th year of elementary school. And him and his class are going on a field trip to the National Museum. It's going well. They're seeing many different exhibits. And they're checking out the alien exhibit right now. The tour guide said, hello, I'm your tour guide, Masumi Kishimoto. And today I'm gonna be showing you guys around this whole museum. But first we're gonna start off with the alien exhibit. As we can see on our left, we see some pictures of people's pictures of unidentified objects, or UFOs for short. And as you can see here, we can see the corn maze. Corn mazes with some weird patterns on it. Most think that it's just kids pulling a prank, but it might be paranormal phenomenons, says the tour guide. Wow, says Izuku. Oh, Deku. Yes? So, how are you feeling? Is your voice hurting at all? Because we can ask, if it is, we can ask the teacher to get your medicine. With Izuku saying no, with Bakugo smiling. Well, come this way, there's a game we can play. Don't go too far, says the teacher. We'll all meet back here in 30 minutes. So stay with your assigned groups and make sure you guys don't do anything trouble. With their teacher, Miss Miyagi, and the tour guide talking about his life. With Bakugo and Deku running off into the alien holographic area, the VR equipment section. Wow, this is so cool. What's that in the sky? Says Bakugo. With Deku saying, cool. And he just having a bright smile. Things turned wrong though, when there was a crash and a boom. Some small-time villains, but in a group of 10, broke into the museum. They were trying to steal some of the equipment and some of the fossils and some of the jewels and artifacts that the museum was holding, so they can sell it off at a black market auction for a lot of money in their eyes. Bakugo saying, hey, what's that? With Deku pulling off his goggles and saying, bad. With Bakugo seeing the villains in the next room. Oh, we gotta hide, Izuku. Don't make any noise. With Izuku saying, okay. With Bakugo grabbing Izuku by the wrist, and they hid behind there was a small crack behind a billboard that showed some of the aliens that people expected them to look like, and some of the ways that they infected the Egyptian society so far. With the robbers going into their room. Wow, you see all this cool VR equipment? We can really grab some of this for our own. With the robbers saying, yeah, we could. What's that? As we see Izuku shuffle and Bakugo shuffling, trying to hide behind, but they don't accidentally knock something down. Oh, if it isn't some little punks. Well, too bad. They're witnesses, so unfortunately we're gonna have to put them out of their misery. With Bakugo saying, what are we gonna do, Deku? With Deku saying, I don't know. With Bakugo saying, we can try to use our quirks to defend ourselves. Okay, let's use that. Izuku saying, stop, get away. With the pulling off his mask that he has from his face. Like a face covering, if you would say. And unzipping it down with the villains moving back a little bit. And the villains are saying, hey, what is this? Is that kid's quirk? With Deku saying, leave us alone. Just go away. I don't want to see you. With one just disappearing out of the blue. Well, what happened? This kid's too much of a threat. We gotta finish him. Just leave me alone. With Deku's voice stopping. His voice was in pain. Oh no, your limit came up. We're gonna have to go to the. We got to get your medicine. But don't talk. We're just gonna have to try to run. Hey, where are you going, punks? As we can see, the number 3. I'm pretty sure the number 3 hero, Hawks, flies in. What are you guys doing picking on some little kids? That isn't cool at all. Him pushing out his bangs from his hair. Well, stay back, kids. With Deku just being in awe. Seeing how cool he is. With Bakugo just holding up a fist and saying, you get him, Hawks. With the villain saying, oh no, it's Hawks, the number 3 hero. Let's get out of here. Oh no, you don't, says Hawks. As he pins down all the villains, and we see then Hawks escorting the 2 back to their teacher. Will you two be safe? Well, I gotta go, but hopefully you guys are okay. And just remember, you two were very brave today, standing up for those villains. I saw a little bit and I was very impressed. I can't wait to see the new generation of heroes. Man, is it gonna be good. With Hawks flying off out of the hole in the wall. We skipped until when they get home. Hayashi Midoriya picking up his son and Bakugo because Mizuki and Inko were off running some errands together. So Bakugo will be picking up by Hayashi and taken to their house until Inko and Mizuki were back home so she can pick up Bakugo. As they get home from the door, oh, here's your medicine, Izuku. Thank you. With Izuku taking his medicine and his voice a little raspy, but is feeling much better already. We hear a person on the phone. Hi. Is this Hayashi Midoriya? Yes it is. Who's this? This is Officer Jenkins from the Tokyo district. Oh, yes, sir. Is there anything wrong that I can help you with? Well, I hate to inform you, but there was a villain attack at Hashio Mall, which your wife and her friend was at. Oh no, what happened? Unfortunately, they were taken hostage. We don't know where they are, but don't worry. We didn't see any of the remains, and we tested, and our forensic scientists didn't find any of the remains so far. But we don't know where they are. Is there any way that we can try to secretly contact your wife? Not that I know of, sir. Well, I'm sorry that we couldn't help. It just happened so fast. What do you mean it happened fast? Where were the heroes? Were they not there? They couldn't make it in time. There was a villain with a super speed quirk, and he robbed the jewelry store that they were in, and had taken those 2 as hostages because he saw them. They saw him in the crime, which means that they were witnesses, and they couldn't leave any witnesses alive, or at least there. So they took them. With how she slammed his fist into the wall and hanging up the phone with tears dropping down. Bakugo and Izuku turn around and see Hayashi crying. Uncle Hayashi, Stue, says Deku. Is there anything wrong? No, there isn't anything wrong, kids. Just keep on playing. She wiping the tears because he has to be strong for them. He can't let them know anything happened. He has to be strong. He has to be the one that feels the pain for them. They mustn't know that their moms are missing. But at least they're not dead. Hopefully. And that is where we're going to be ending part 2 on What If Deku Was Toge. I'm sorry that it wasn't really that much action in this video. I was just trying to, get some more ideas and like develop the plot because I really think this series can be really good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you all for 17 subscribers and over 100 views on the vid so far, on my first vid. Thank you to Saruto to post my vid on his community tab. It means the world to me. But hopefully you guys enjoy. It's Xero, and I'm out. Stay safe.